So right here we have the right foot, and first of all, the biggest bone here, which is like your heel area, you have the calcaneus bone. Then you have the talus bone right up here. Then you have the navicular bone right there, the cuboid bone, the medial, intermediate, and lateral cuneiform muscles, your metatarsal muscles, and your phalanxes muscles, the proximal, distal, or intermediate, and distals. And this one just has proximal and distal for the phalanx. And now we'll move on to the muscle attachments. First, we'll start with the calcaneus. You have right here, 145 right here. Right on the calcaneus right there, you have both of the extensor hallucis brevis and extensor digitorum brevis muscles, which are originating here. And then you have the quadratus plantae muscle, which is right along here. Then you have the triceps surae, which are the three muscles from the posterior leg that come to attach here via the Achilles tendon. Then you have the plantaris muscle, which inserts here. And then you have the abductor hallucis muscle, which inserts here. And then the abductor digiti minimi, which is sort of on the base of the calcaneus. There's two lines here. It's this line that's closer to my thumb is the abductor digiti minimi, and then the other line back here is the flexor digitorum brevis right here. And then moving on to the navicular bone, we only have one right here, which is the sort of on the base of the navicular bone. You have the insertion for the tibialis posterior muscle. And then moving on to the cuboid muscle, you have the 133, which is tibialis anterior, and as well as 142, which is the tibialis posterior muscle, both of them inserting right here on the cuboid. Then you have the other muscle 148, which is right here, which originates here on the cuboid, right on the base of the cuboid, which is the flexor hallucis brevis. And then you also have 137, which is right there, which is the insertion of the fibularis longus. And then just a note on here, the tibialis anterior, it inserts here, right here on 133, but it also inserts on the first metatarsal right here, which is also where the fibularis longus is housed, which is right here on the more base of the first metatarsal. And remember, the fibularis longus, it wraps around from here where it originates, and it ends up here on the base of the first metatarsal. It's right here. Whereas the fibularis brevis originates here, and it ends up on right there on the top of the fifth metatarsal bone. Is where it inserts. And then we have, moving on to the fifth metatarsal bone, we just went over the fibularis brevis. There's also the abductor digiti minimi, which is on the base right there. And then the flexor digiti minimi brevis, which is right under it as well on the base.